taxi. Pick a lane, mate. See, just another person who just doesn't need to be in the right-hand lane. Veering off to the left. Pick one. Pick one, dickhead. Fuckhead. The Virago! The Virago! Oh, g'day there guys, Cruising 650 with another vlog. I did one yesterday about my SD card failure and the Scala G9. I'm happy to report that both are working correctly today. I've learned to use the Scala Rider for one, and the SD card has been replaced and is currently operating with its replacement. So everything's all good today. Anyway, you can't see him right now, but right behind me is I Am Iron Man. We've decided to hook up today and go down to the Caribbean markets down in Scoresby. The idea of this is there's a car show on down there, show and shine. So, a bit of a gander, a bit of a look. Really just about a ride for nothing, really. So, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't go out for a ride on this beautiful winterish day? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So, basically, if you get a good weather day, make the most of it. In winter in Melbourne, you don't know what you're going to get. Okay, when it gives me the voice instructions, I can barely hear it, but when the music comes through, it absolutely blows my eardrums. I'll have to fix that up later. It's giving me this sort of... Ooh, shit. Wasn't watching what I was doing then. Sat-nav is not giving me the correct instruction then. Got the nod. Taking care of business. It's alright. Taking care of business. Getting overtime workout. I'm in the bike lane. 60. Oh, that blows, doesn't it? Driver's alright. Don't know about the passenger. Ooh. What gets me is his full drive. Have a look at him. It's like, I can fit in this lane easily. He can't, but he still insists on driving halfway in it. Well, you know, partially in it. You get what I mean? What is wrong with these people? They sort of go back into it and then they sort of go back out. It's like, if they want to turn left up ahead, I get that, you know? But, seriously, just stay in the lane. Look at these fancy-ass pansy houses, huh? I reckon we can fix it up with a few loud exhausts. I'm sure a rider's life would approve of that, huh? All you fuckers, keep to your right. What the hell is this Corolla doing? Guys, welcome to Camberwell. People with expensive cars and don't know what to do with their money. That's pretty much this suburb. And the surrounding suburbs. Jaywalkers, anyway, no. See more people, they just seem to want to drive in both lanes. $80? What? What kind of freeway is this? Welcome to Melbourne. I don't think Iron Man's Virago loaner is quite as fast as the predecessor Ninja 300. We're in the city of Knox. Welcome to Knox. No affiliation with Stargate SG-1. This sucks balls. What the fuck? Hang on, I'll go look at the sign. We'll go around the other side maybe. I think that's where the other entrance is here. It'd help if they had a fucking sign that said that. I think that's it. It'd help if they put us in the message saying, look for the big sign that says Caribbean Gardens, yeah? That would have been easier. There you go.
Now, I know it's hard to hold them in the glove.
No, it's alright. I got it.
And that's yours too.
Cool.
Good day.
That's only you. Car park full, huh? Not for me, it ain't. Yeah, motorbikes. Yeah, motorbike parking only. I'm gonna park in that, fuck 'em! Should key shit for that. FBF543, you're a fucking dumb cunt. There's a bit of electronics and all that sort of shit around here. It was pretty good. I reckon I'll be coming back. I liked it. It's good to go to a market. It's better than going to a shopping centre. Shopping centres are so full of shit these days, it's unbelievable. 30 kilometres an hour. Cruising 650 does not do that. Steam Museum. My dad should be in there. Steam comes out of his ears every fucking week. Depends on how much you piss him off as to how much comes out. Where are they migrating to? Look at the beaks on those. They can fucking shovel your eyes out in a fucking one foul swoop. Caulfield Grammar. What a bunch of tossers. He said he was going to wave his hands around and make himself known. It's like a cafe, he said. Famous last words. The Virago, everyone. The Virago. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Nerd1 and his associate for the day. Good to catch up with them for a bit of a coffee. So, I suppose in short today, we have gone down to the Caribbean markets. Didn't buy anything, it's more or less just have a look around. We had a look at the show and shine of cars there.
If there's nothing else to do, every me and every you. And every you, every me.
There's some very nice cars there. I mean, there is one, I can't think of the name of it right now for the life of me, but this thing was an import. It was an American car. The thing was so bloody big, it was twice the length of my Holden Calais. Twice the length. The engine bay was so bloody big and long, if you crashed into a tree, it'd still take 3 years before the ricochet effect would hit the dashboard. The boot, my god, you could fit an entire family of 4 in there, dead bodies, I might add, dead family of 4, and still do the shopping at Woolworths on the way home. That is how big it was. But we had a look around at the electronics side of the market and this, that and the other. And it reminds me of a few other local markets that used to be around in years gone by, which have since either gone bust or, look, no one just turned up to them anymore. So it's good to see that one market was still in good operation and kicking along, you know. So I reckon I'll be going back down there again sometime soon, because there was a few things I spotted there I might like. I didn't want to buy them today. One, money. Two, I don't really have a lot of storage space in the back of the bike at the moment. We also caught up with Nerb. He was out pedalling his ass off around the local vicinity, so we caught up for a bit of coffee, a bit of a chat, which was good. Apparently they've got, him and Osmotica have a vlog coming up, a dual vlog, something like that, so there's a bit of an insider for you. As some of you may know, Ironman crashed his Ninja 300 about a week or so ago now. Apparently it's dead, it's getting written off, which is no good. And it's a bit of a shame too. I mean, apparently it's just a lot of cosmetic damage. You know, you're talking about gear levers, handlebars, and a bit of fairings. That's about it. So it's disappointing to see that insurance companies, rather than, you know, spend the dollar and just sort of putting equipment that has nothing wrong with it back on the road, they're just keen to wipe themselves of any sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Liability. That's right, liability. They're just keen to wipe themselves of any liability in the matter whatsoever should something go wrong. So they just wipe off the whole bike. But he low-sided it, bit of a shame. So today he was riding his father's Yamaha Virago. That's Virago. Not a bad looking bike. I mean, it does its purpose. It's a 250cc V-twin engine. Obviously not as peppy as the Ninja 300 he's used to riding. I think he's back there again. Bit of a struggle to keep up apparently. Then again, maybe he just doesn't want a speeding ticket on his dad's bike. But we had a bit of a chat about what bike he's going to get next. He seems pretty adamant that he's going to get another Ninja 300. Well, no, it's his prerogative. If he wants to get another Ninja 300, that's entirely up to him. Besides, obviously, if he's familiar with that bike, how it rides and operates, why not? Seriously. I'm slowly getting used to my new Scala Rider. I think I've got, changing of the functions sort of down pat a bit now, so I don't have Scala sort of going a bit all over the place. I'll call it Scala because it's a Scala. Makes sense, yeah? But I must say, already, I mean, I've only used it a few times so far, but the pleasure that it's sort of added to my riding, you just can't put into words, really. I mean, I've got the music playing lightly in the background now. It's not unintrusive. I can still hear the traffic around me. So it's not an unsafe thing to use, unlike people who put earphones in, which I consider to be a bit of an obstruction of your hearing. The quality of the unit is quite easy. You can program it all online. You plug it in, you got to install some software, which allows you to use it with the website, but you just configure it all through there, and you can add buddies to your 1+8 list, as they call it. Pairing it was a little bit difficult, and I spoke to Nerb about this in a bit of detail earlier, and he said yes, they did also have a few issues using the click to link and all that sort of thing, getting them to pair up, but look, I suppose it just takes a bit of practice. But if you're wondering how loud do the speakers go up, they go loud enough to get the music across. You don't want it so insanely loud that your back tailgate's vibrating off its bloody guts while you're riding along. You don't need it that loud. It's really just there to add a bit of music to your ride. It does that quite well. The FM radio presets, you get 6 of those. I personally find the voice activation a bit annoying because, one, if I'm doing a vlog, which obviously they didn't design the unit for intentionally. What? Just what if I hate when they you wave. That's all right. Yeah. Now, as I was thinking about. Okay. So with the Scala Rider G9, obviously you got MP3 playback, you got FM radio, you got wireless communication between other riders. I'm still trying to learn how to set that up correctly. I mean, there's not a lot of people I know with the Scala Rider just yet. Just a lot of the vloggers sort of around now. You got Nerb One, Osmotica, The Rider's Life. Riding with Tom uses a different brand and setup, so we won't be able to talk to Riding with Tom. He's going to be a bit pissed, I think. He's going to be left out of the talking conversation on the next vlog ride we've got coming up next weekend, I believe. But oh well. But in terms of being able to talk on the phone while you're connected up through the Bluetooth, is a handy feature. I say that because, look, there's been a few times when people have been trying to call me flat out while I'm on the motorbike, and look, I don't check the phone at every stop I make along the way. One, because it's just irritating, and two, I just forget. That's just the way I am. So that's that, really. But it works quite well in terms of vocal quality. I had a 10-minute phone conversation with someone last night, and they were able to hear me just fine. And we're doing some decent speeds at the time, so the overall quality of the unit, you can hear people, you can do what you need to do. It's very good. So to those people out there who are looking at getting a Scala Rider G9, yes, I would recommend it. You get your radio, you get your MP3 through your mobile phone, you get Bluetooth hands-free communication with your phone. I mean, I can voice dial it right now. I can ask who I want it to dial. I can even ask, depending on your phone setup inside, I can even ask it right now to navigate me to somewhere, by voice command. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Look, while you're driving a car, you might be able to afford these things at the lights, but let's face it, on a motorbike, you don't have that luxury. You don't have the luxury of, taking your gloves off and entering new directions, or just even pressing the answer button so you can answer the phone on Bluetooth, I purchased my Scala Rider G9 from Peter Stevens Motorcycles in Elizabeth Street in the city, Melbourne. Purchase price was $299. And that was pick up from the store. I first looked them up on not YouTube. I first looked them up on eBay. You know, looking for a bit of price comparison, really. I had a choice of a few other sellers that would also sell it for that same price. Some did include postage and handling, some didn't. Yeah, there's a bit of a wide variety there, but some people are also asking for a fair bit more than $299. But included the postage and handling. It's like, well, you know, you're still paying for it either way. The reason why I chose to buy from Peter Stevens in the end was that I've been there many times before. I've always found their service to be quite good. The quality of follow-up is also quite good. So I've been an all-round sort of happy customer, I suppose you could say. So I picked it up from their store in the city, and I literally rode out with it that Friday night. It had sufficient charge in the device to do what I wanted to do, which is have a bit of fun. Straight out of the box, you get two mounting brackets. One is a screw type, and one is an adhesive type. Now, I've chosen to use the screw type. Reason being, I suppose I'm just paranoid. I don't want it falling off halfway through a ride. I mean, we're talking about a $300 tiny piece of equipment strapped to the side of the helmet. It's not a heavy piece, so double-sided tape would be still more than sufficient to hold it. I'm just paranoid. I prefer to use a clamp. It's not something I plan on taking on and off the helmet all the time anyhow, so I decided to use that. What else do you get? You get a physical cable that will connect your unit to an MP3 player. So if you have an older style generation iPod or Nano or whatever that doesn't have wireless connectivity like Bluetooth or that, you can patch it in through manually. I don't think you'll get navigational controls of it, you know, like forward and back, play and pause sort of shit, but you'll still get your music. In the box you also get a boom mic, which is what I'm using at the moment, but you also get a corded mic, and by corded, it's just basically a small piece of cord with a microphone on the end. So that can be useful in other applications whereby you have a flip visor sort of based helmet, or another situation where the boom mic may not necessarily be suitable for you. I thought I would try the boom mic first, see how I go. Because of the design of my helmet, it actually has to sit quite a bit further forward than I possibly like. So the boom extends all the way from the left side around to the right hand side of the helmet. So if I can move it back, I could have a position in the middle where I'd like it to be, but my helmet prevents me from doing that. It's no big deal, it still works quite fine as it is right now, so I'll probably leave that set up for quite some time. If I need to change it, the spare microphone is there for it anyhow. You also get a spare sponge for both microphones, both wireless and boom, so if you lose one, you still got a spare. Or if you manage to chew on it, lose it, who knows. There's a million things that could go wrong with it, I guess. The instructions you'll find inside the box, obviously it comes in about 20 different languages in the book. English is the first one. The instructions are pretty simple to use, I guess. I just wish pairing was a little bit simpler, by means of perhaps an add-on button or small button you can prick with a pen or something like that on the side that says connect now, you know. Something simple like that. That you got to press this button and that button on the other device and it's supposed to link up. It just didn't quite work for myself in a rider's life when we first tried it. And we were going from the manual instructions, so maybe some clarification in the manual there probably wouldn't hurt. But it did work in the end, that's all that matters. Once it's done, it's done. You don't have to worry about it again. The box contents, it doesn't need to be quite too sophisticated. I mean, you're just talking about an intercom that's strapped on the side of your helmet. You don't need a full-size toolkit. It includes the Allen key, which you'll need to put the physical boom clamp onto the side. Another important feature to remember is obviously because you have Bluetooth connectivity. I mean, right now I'm actually listening to my MP3 music in the background, so it's a little bit distracting for me at the moment while trying to talk, but yeah, big deal. But I've also, you can see maybe on the screen now, I've got some navigational instructions up on the screen. With my MP3 music playing through the A2D2 protocol method or whatever the fuck it uses, it will interrupt the music, it'll put it on pause, and it'll read out the instructions through the headset. And that's a very important feature for me to have, because I don't want to be looking down all the time at the instructions like that. It's distracting, it's not good for a motorcyclist to be doing that, and let's face it, it's just bad all round. So to be able to have that read out to me while I'm on the motorbike is absolutely fantastic. It's annoying though when you're halfway through singing along to a song, bopping along, and it interrupts you to say, in 500 metres turn left. Yeah, at that point you really just like, shut the fuck up, don't interrupt my music. But no, good or the bad. A few weeks back, some of you people out there may remember I bought a Windjammer 2 from the UK through eBay. Now, as yet I haven't done a review on it. Simple reason I suppose being is it didn't solve the issue that I was looking to resolve, which was the wind issue on the freeway. And some of you might be thinking, wow, the audio seems to be coming through alright right now. True fact. It's not because of the Windjammer. The Windjammer 2 did do what it said it was going to do, which was eliminate the wind noise inside the helmet. It does do that. So if you want to eliminate some of your wind noise inside your helmet, buy one. It does do the job. It just, because of the way I've got my windscreen designed on this bike, I really need a double bubble or something like that. But the wind sort of channels up underneath the helmet, it still forces its way in sometimes. And that was distorting the microphone diaphragm a bit. So that's what I'd really need to solve there. So I need a double bubble windscreen. In order to get rid of the audio problems I was having, what I did is I borrowed, and I use the term loosely, I borrowed on a temporary basis, they just won't be getting it back from work, a mouse mat. And it was a rubbery kind of type. It's a Fellows brand from Officeworks, only about $10. And what I did is, because it's got a thick rubbery material, it's stretchy, it's comfortable, it's not going to make you itchy underneath your chin. And what I've done is I've stitched it into the pre-existing chin curtain. By doing this, I've basically stopped any airflow coming through that particular part of the helmet. It does have some drawbacks sometimes, is on the early mornings it'll still fog up the visor a little bit, even with the fog-free insert a bit. But a few vents you open up, you can get rid of that. Just a little bit more through. But it has stopped the wind coming up past the microphone and distorting it in a way that is detrimental to the audio quality. So I think that's the best as I'm going to get out of it. I'm never going to get studio quality sound out of it, let's face it that way. But I also had to utilise the services of a new microphone, such as that recommended by A Rider's Life in his most recent vlogs. It's a very small one from JCar. I'll put up a photo about now with a link in the description. It's a very tiny microphone. It's about 1/10 the size of the one I had originally in the helmet for a while, also from JCar. But it just seems to have better audio characteristics. I can't explain it. I'm not technically minded in that way, but I'm sure there's some science geek towards it. But it seems to be doing the job quite well. The only difference being is because I've got a Drift HD, the Drift HD has a 2.5mm jack on the back. This microphone has a 3.5. So hanging out the back of my Drift HD, I'll also put a photo up of it. I've got this adapter that changes from 2.5 through to 3.5. So it takes 3.5 in the back and converts it down to a 2.5. It's a little bit baggy hanging out the back, but look, I really don't give a shit. People don't like it, they can get fucked. My only wish was that I could patch it into the Scala Rider somehow. That would be nice, it really would. So at least that way I'd only have one microphone. But look, I can't have everything my way. So in short, today, myself, Iron Man, gone down to Caribbean Markets, had a bit of a wander around there. There's a little tech sort of gizmos, clothes, you name it was all there. Big limo on the bridge too. Caught up with Nerd One for a bit of a coffee, because that's his neck of the woods. That was good to do. Discussed about our mischievous catch-up that's going to all happen next week. Osmotica has all the details for that, so if you're in Melbourne, you don't have to be a vlogger to come along to these sort of meetups. Look, if you want to come along, just put the word out there, just come along. I believe it's 22nd of June. It's a Saturday. We're going to meet up about 2 p.m. somewhere. If you're looking for the details, you'll find it on motovlog.com. In one of the forums there, the Australian meetup section. Look for Osmotica, he would have started the thread. Actually no, he goes by the name Twain on Motovlog, so look it up, you'll find it. Come along, say good day to us. We won't bite, I promise. We'll put a muzzle on Osmotica. So everyone, it looks like the Sunday is drawing to an end for us. It's It's been a great day out of riding. The weather's sort of certainly held up. It's still a little bit wet over this side of town. Must have rained a little bit over here, but nothing much. Nothing that would stop me from riding a motorbike. Look forward to doing it all again next week and see what kind of disgusting trouble we get up to. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. It always is. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm hoping to have this up shortly tonight. It shouldn't take too much editing. It's just a lot of riding around. Cruising 650. Ouch. Ooh.